Hi, folks. Sunday, Pastor Rob talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were thrown into the fiery furnace, and there were four in the fiery furnace, not three. And we believe that was one was like the Son of God, the Son, or was a God. That's what Nebuchadnezzar said. Well, you know what? We are not tossed into the fire in the world today, like they were prosecuted to do. They were. He said, if you don't bow down when you hear the chimes and the harp and the trumpets and stuff. If you don't bow down, you will be thrown into the fire. And he heated it up. There is a thought that came to me about the fact that I had a group of ladies who came to our church, and I took them singing places, and the church where they had the group had sung, and they didn't no longer wanted them. They no longer needed them, and they would say, we're not going to have you guys sing anymore. Well, I said, don't you know that it's better to be celebrated than tolerated? And I think that all of us that are over 70, and I'm one of you, that you have had celebrations in your life. I've had celebrations in my life. I've been celebrated as an evangelist. I've been celebrated as a pastor. And now I'm not ready to say that I'm tolerated, but I'm definitely not celebrated like I was, and neither are you in the job that you were in and that you came a part of. You became a part of. You in your day, and like the three men that were thrown into the fire, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were celebrated, then tolerated, then celebrated again after they came out of the fire. And Nebuchadnezzar, he said, "We're gonna worship your God." Well, God is not done with any of us yet. And so don't think that he is. He wants us to be celebrated, and he wants you to be celebrated in whatever it is that you're called to do. And there's a neighbor, there's a child, there's a grandchild, there's somebody that needs you to be who you are to them. And I pray that you will be God's tool, and that you will be used just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were used in the lake, in the fiery furnace, not the lake of fire, the fiery furnace. And that this is like fire to us. So you're living, you're obeying, you're doing exactly what God wants you to do, even though maybe you're not totally being celebrated like you used to be in your job when you were younger. And so we learn, and it's a part of what God wants us to do, and part of us what he wants us to be a part of. And so I'm encouraging you to the fire of toleration, the fire of non-celebration anymore that you have in your life, that you will let that be your obedient signal that says yes to the Lord. In other words, God is using many of our people at the church, and they've been celebrated many times before, and God is honoring what they're doing right now in our services. And there are bus ministries. There are many ministries that people are doing, food ministries, and they're greeting people. They're doing things that are very vital to the growth and of our church. So I'm so thankful for the fact that though you go through the fire of non-celebration like you used to be, God is going to use you right where you are right now, and God bless you today. And he is making you a blessing. So don't forget that. God bless you today.